Coming up on Mountain News this morning, community members continue to voice their concerns over the death of Doug Harless amidst the resignation of 3 London City Council members. And some people are looking towards legal action to help preserve an important part of their community.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News this morning.
Good morning. I'm Amelia Lee here with you on this Tuesday, May 6th. It is 6 o'clock this morning, and it is time to check on in with meteorologist Megan Dusmall. And Megan, bit of a chilly start to our day today. I like it. I'm a big fan of the chillier weather, but I know we probably have some 80s looming as the days go by.
Yeah, I mean, we're going to get up to that as we truck through the next couple days. But the good news is we're going to see some of those cooler temperatures, at least for the first half of the work week. And we still have those chances for fog in the forecast as you're heading out the door this morning. Here's a look at that visibility, seeing some dense patchy fog in some regions or area. Densest right now, Pikeville, so make sure you're driving safe if you are heading out the door. Seeing some rain chances as well, especially as you're traveling closer towards Virginia. This is probably the heaviest rain that you'll expect throughout the day, seeing some very slight chances for some pop-up showers throughout the day. I'm talking very slight. You'll consider today partly cloudy. Here's a look at current temperatures, mostly sitting in the mid to upper 40s. And we'll get into the upper 60s, seeing some standout low 70s for those forecast highs. High temperatures will be about that 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock mark for today. Again, mostly partly cloudy skies. Amelia.
On Friday, we learned 3 London officials resigned, including Police Chief Jerry Holland, Councilwoman Holly Little, and City Clerk Caitlin McPeak. It comes as community members continue pressing for answers in the deadly police shooting of Doug Harless. The acting London City Police Chief Bobby Day did give an update saying the investigation included the collection of interviews and physical evidence. Still, there are some in London who are concerned about the investigation.
Well, so far there's been a lot of avoiding and deflecting, and so we can't give up because that's a lot of what people want when you're fighting for something, is for you to just give up, and we're just not going to give up.
Mayor Weddle says he hopes last night's update on the investigation will encourage peace in the community. The next scheduled London City Council meeting is set for June 2nd. A Floyd County man charged with murder appeared before a judge for his pretrial conference. Now his case will be heard before a grand jury. Police say Larry Johnson shot and killed Stephen Adkins in the Oxier community late last month, after investigators say an altercation took place between the 2 men. Johnson is charged with murder and appeared in district court yesterday, where details of the case were shared. Johnson's daughter says her father should not be charged with murder because she believes he was defending himself.
My dad stopped because he was waved down, and I believe that my dad got out and he was attacked, and my dad has Graves' disease, which makes him very fragile. He can break very easily, and I think that he had to do what he had to do to defend himself.
Adkins had supporters on the opposite side of the courtroom during the pretrial hearing. They did not want to speak on camera, but Johnson said they are all family and that this is a very difficult time. A Clay County man is facing multiple charges, including attempted murder, after being accused of stabbing 3 people. Deputies responded to the incident on Roots Branch Road in Manchester Sunday. The victims told police 27-year-old Stephen Centers stabbed another person in the neck, another in the shoulder, and a third in the chest. Police say he was also accused of pushing a woman down and chasing a small child with a knife. The victims' names were not released. A Pulaski County man is facing charges after police found more than 130 grams of meth inside a home. Police obtained a search warrant for the property back in March. The meth and other items found were sent to the Kentucky State Police Lab. A Pulaski District Court warrant was issued in the case last Thursday. This led to Nelson Lee West being found inside a home on Elihu Drive. Some folks in the Letcher County community are looking into legal action to keep a staple in their community open. WYMT's McKinley Calandrino spoke with a group trying to save Arley Boggs Elementary School.
Prior to the Letcher County School Board's decision to close Arley Boggs Elementary, the community shared their concerns to the board in multiple meetings. Although they didn't get the outcome they hoped for, they aren't stopping now. On Friday, May 2nd, parents and community members took their concerns to Gambrill and Wilder's law office to fight for the school to stay open.
You know, this school is a safe place for these children. It's a place of learning. It's a place of safety, and it's a place of community. I would like the board to look at any and all options to see if there's anything they could do to keep this school open and alive and thriving.
Around 15 people showed up to G&W to share their concerns, such as young students traveling across Pine Mountain.
I already ride a bus across the mountain twice a day. It's hard on a lot of high school students. I know it is, but so imagine how hard it could be on these smaller kids.
The attorney says the case is still new, but that won't stop the community to fight for what they say is the last standing part of the Iola community.
It's for the kids, absolutely. It doesn't necessarily affect me other than I'm losing my job, but to them that's their home. That's all they know. And I absolutely hate that for them.
And the community says they will not stop until their voices are heard.
The doors to our school say something that's true. We're a small school that does big things. It's true. And I don't want it to shut down. I don't think anybody should want it to shut down.
In Letcher County, McKinley Calandrino, WYMT Mountain News.
The attorney says the next steps will be previewing legal paperwork and documentation used by the school board to close the school. The co-director of the Kentucky Reptile Zoo, Jim Harrison, was bitten by a venomous Jamison's mamba snake last Monday. He was flown to UK hospital, where he spent 3 days in the ICU. Harrison was actually working to create an anti-venom for the Jamison's mamba when he was bitten. Kristen Wiley says the venom from mambas are currently being researched as an alternative to opioid pain treatment.
Obviously, that would be a huge advantage if they could mitigate pain without having the same addictive tendencies as opioids do.
Harrison says he's been bitten by venomous snakes 16 times in his career. Transportation officials say work is continuing on a project in Johnson County. Crews are working on the Kentucky 40 project, removing a section of asphalt near the Kentucky 172 intersection. Officials say once milling is complete, asphalt paving will begin on Wednesday at the west end of the project. The paving operation is expected to last about 4 days.
We are still seeing some of that low visibility this morning, especially in higher elevation. Here's a look at the WYMT tower cam. Temperatures across the region sitting in the 40s. So a little bit of a chillier day and a little bit of a foggy start to your Tuesday. High temperatures, upper 60s and low 70s. Seeing some mid 60s popping out as you're heading through the next couple hours. 66 in London and 64 in Wise. Here's a look at satellite and radar, seeing some chances of rain right now as you travel more towards the southeast. We'll see that taper off throughout the day, seeing some very slight chances of some showers as you're heading into the remainder of the day. Here's a look at that day planner. Those chances of showers are very slight. You can consider today basically a partly cloudy day with high temperatures occurring as you're heading into that 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock hour. Amelia.
It's 6:08, and thank you for getting your day started with us here on Mountain News this morning. Many folks on both sides of the northern border are hoping for a trade deal today, with Canada's Prime Minister set to meet with President Donald Trump.